So today we're gonna talk about if the pump during training is an indicator of hypertrophy. In most of the other channels, maybe all of them, you hear that no, it is not. The problem is that I really don't know what they are thinking and if they are thinking at all. Now let me explain to you why the pump is the number one indicator of if you are creating the proper stimulus for hypertrophy. Now, let's examine the reasons of why you would not have a maximum pump during a training. The first reason, of course, would be under training. So, let's say you are using an intensity of 6 or more reps away from failure, shy from failure. Are you training hard enough for hypertrophy? No, you don't. Now, I don't care if you're going to do 50 sets on your body part with this kind of little intensity. You are not going to get a maximum pump from this style of training. So, are you gonna create the best environment for hypertrophy? Of course not. What was the indication of this? That you did not achieve a super pump during and in the end of your training. So, is pump now an indicator for hypertrophy? Think about it. Now, the second reason why you would not get the perfect pump during training. The second reason is if you are under eating, if you do not have the proper amount of calories, especially carbs, you will not experience the best pump during training. So, if you are under eating, are you going to gain maximum hypertrophy? Of course not. So, is the pump now an indicator of growth? Think about it. Now, the other reason, if you are getting overtrained, are you going to have the maximum pump during training? Of course not. Why? Because you have already exhausted your central nervous system and or your muscles, so you cannot achieve the maximum pump during training. Your central nervous system is fatigued and it cannot send the proper amounts of electricity in order to create the best possible muscle contraction, and this is resulting in not maximum pump. So, is now the pump during training a good indicator of growth? Think about it. Now, the other reason is if you are having a hormone imbalance, meaning that most of the times this results from the overtraining, but maybe some people are having stress in their lives, or they are not eating properly, or whatever. Maybe they're having some kind of health issue that they are not having optimal amounts of testosterone. So if you do not have optimal testosterone, you will not be able to experience a maximum pump during your training. So are you going to create the environment of maximum hypertrophy when you are having super low testosterone? No, you will not. So Is the pump now a good indicator of growth, of hypertrophy? Think about it. So, in summary, if you are not undertraining, overtraining, undereating, or having a problem with your hormone levels, this means that you are going to have a maximum pump during training. This means that you are doing everything correctly, and the indicator of it is the pump. If you are starting losing the pump during your future trainings, this means that you have to examine one of the 4 things that I just mentioned and take care of them. So, do you see now how the pump during training is the indicator, the ultimate indicator that you are in the right environment for maximum natural hypertrophy? So, I hope you enjoyed the video. See you on the next one.